Hey everybody. Hello, Facebook. Okay. Welcome to Contour and Converse on Facebook this week. Thank you guys for your patience for the last couple of weeks that I have been unavailable. It has been a very weird couple of weeks with the whole the whole tech issue. First of all, I don't know how the whole going live on YouTube is going to work going forward. I'm going to play around with it, but I'm still not able to access my camera. So the last time I tried to go live, it was black. The screen was black. You could hear my voice, and we were on there for like 7 seconds, and then we just deleted the video. So, hey girl, it's good to see you. Welcome. Thanks for joining me here on Facebook. So anyway, guys, I am actually going to be going live on Facebook for now because I honestly just like this platform a little bit better. It really seems to work. I don't know. It's just more functional, at least in my opinion. So I'm going to share some things really quick, and then we'll get started on today's look. I'm still even trying to think about what I want to do, to be honest. So we'll see here. And then what I would love to know from you guys is, first of all, if you can see, like if this starts to get grainy at some point, can you guys tell me and let me know? Because we still have not been able to get Comcast out here successfully yet, and we're not going to be able to get them out here until like the 9th of July, which is ridiculous. So basically what's happening is our signal from downstairs is not pushing enough force to keep us from going grainy online, and that's why it gets kind of fuzzy. So let me know, because we did get a new modem, so we're trying to see if that helps. All right, I'm sharing everything, and then you guys have my undivided attention. And then a couple of things too. I now have a group. I created Reformed Tomboy Beauty on Facebook. I did that toward the end of last week. And I did that because I wanted to create a safe space where everybody could kind of come in and join, you know, just talk about things, share memes, ask questions. So if you want to be a part of that, request that group, and then I will approve you. And I'm sharing this video in that group too. But that's going to be a platform that I'm going to use a lot versus like this page right here. This is kind of just one of those pages that I think a lot of businesses just have. But I would really like to use that platform a lot and be pretty active in there. So I've pinned the group down, and that's actually the pinned comment along with my YouTube channel. So if you haven't joined those, go ahead and check them out. Thank you, Amber. I appreciate knowing the picture is clear so far. So let's get started. I do have some brows done, and then I have my eyeshadow primer, and then I have on face primer. I was thinking today I would create a look that's honestly like super simplistic, basically like my kind of go-to gym look, just because that's where I'm headed after here. My sister-in-law and her hubs are flying in tomorrow, and I cannot wait. They're spending July 4th with us. Actually, they're spending several days, but they're here for the holiday too. So we are stoked, but there's so much going on in our household that I kind of wanted to do like this quick makeup look. Normally that would take me 10 to 15 minutes at max. It'd probably take a little bit longer because we're chitting and chatting. But I thought that would be something that you guys might want to see. So, and then next week when we get back to this, we'll actually get back into some more complicated looks, if you will. I'm going to first, I have some dark circles going on today. I don't even know why. But I'm going to color correct. So if you missed my video on color correcting the week before last, go check it out. You guys seem to really like that, which is super awesome. Thanks, babe. I appreciate you. Lance says that if it doesn't work better, he's going to drive down there and make empty threats about our modem. So I appreciate you, babe. That's funny. Anyway, my color correcting videos, you guys seem to really like that. So I love to know what kind of questions that y'all have that need answers, because that was a video basically I had shared, I guess it was a couple weeks ago. I had actually put a video out there asking what I could help you guys with, and I got tons of feedback. And so based upon the feedback that I got on those videos, or on that question, I decided to go ahead and create videos based upon that. Hey guys, welcome. Welcome to Facebook's edition of Contour and Converse. Same thing as usual though. I'm going to totally ask that you guys would help me out and share this. Yes, girl, color correct. You know it. I got some dark circles going on today. I'm so going to ask that you guys share this video because it seriously helps me out so much. So thank you guys for joining in and hitting your share button. Okay, that looks pretty good. I've got like a zit here and a zit here. They're really not that noticeable, but for the sake of, we'll just do it. And my chin is always red. Do you guys have any spots in your face that like seem to just stay red? Because this is one for me for sure. And I'm totally doing alternative rock today. On Pandora. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but been jamming out to that kind of stuff lately. Totally forgot to wet my beauty blender. Dang it. Guess we're using brushes today. Thank goodness I cleaned them. Yes, I would love if you would wet my beauty blender. Lance is in his office, you guys. This is team effort here. Now, do you know what to do? Put it under water, soak it, squeegee it out. Yes, look at you. You guys, he's so smart. Thank you, babe. Would you guys want to see him put makeup on my face? Because we've been talking about that too. I really feel like he could do well with that, or horrible. I don't know. Think you could do well with that, babe?
Can do all things well.
You can do all things well. So he sounds pretty confident.
As I crash and burn.
Yeah, no kidding, crash and burn. All right, what are we gonna do today? You said yes. Amanda said yes. Yes, he is sweet and helpful. All right, it is hot in here today. So you guys, I've been cleaning for like the last couple of hours, but I have to tell you guys the coolest thing. So, well, if you like cleaning, it's cool. So it's probably not super cool. Yes, I think Lance doing my makeup would be so fun. That's actually something we've talked about filming for a while. So I think I'm going to put that on my July calendar. I think it would be super fun. And I really would love to see if he can do makeup better than me. I feel like he might be able to just because he's artsy. So, so we have this bar down here. We have a lot of really cool places to go hang out in downtown Sarasota. And there is this place called Art Ovation in our town, and it is like the coolest place. They have this like rooftop bar, and we tend to go there. Well, for the last couple weeks we've been going there. But when you walk into this place, the smell that overwhelms you is like the most incredible, clean, fresh smell. And if you guys have ever been to Vegas, let me know if this is something that you've seen in the hotels. But I heard somebody that was walking through there last week say something to the effect of, oh my gosh, it reminds me of when I go to hotels in Vegas, the way that it smells. Turns out they are like kind of famous, I guess, for this scent that runs through that hotel, and they sell it down in the gift shop. So I am going to make a special trip down to the gift shop because what they do is they put it in the air duct system. So it just like every time the air conditioner is moving through, it just propels that smell even more. And I buy like a ton of Glade fresheners. We use them all the time in our house. And so I get tired of that. And so because A, they're expensive, and B, they're supposed to last for a month, and they last for like 2 weeks. And so anyway, I'm going down there to see if I can find that and then put that in my air ducts and see if it will smell the same. Is anyone else into weird stuff like that? Because that is my life. Okay, so hey Jess, how's it going? So I'm going to actually put some bronzer on my lids because, again, this is going to be my, I'm not going to call it a no makeup look, but we're going to call it a very casual makeup look, basically just like creating some bronziness on my face so that I don't look like death when I go to the gym. That's pretty much the idea here. You guys, I cleaned all my brushes on Friday night at like 2 o'clock in the morning. They were so dirty. They just were not like pushing color onto my face at all. It was awful. If your makeup application starts to suck, that is like one of my biggest tips is check your tools, because chances are they're probably really dirty and have a ton of product built up, and they won't place color the way that they should. It won't be true, and it'll be messy. So I do this a lot. I'll put bronzer on my lids, and basically I just treat this like I would any other transition color. It just gives some dimension and some depth. So those of you who joined me on YouTube, I guess for the one and only live video that's been successful on YouTube, did you guys like that platform? Your beauty blender is in need of major cleaning. Oh my gosh, girl, I hate cleaning those things. But that trick I taught you guys in my hacks video about using bar soap is like the greatest thing, because A, it doesn't keep it real sudsy, and it cleans it very quick. So the wonderful thing about a beauty blender when you clean it though is you don't have to wait for it to dry, much like every other brush. I get super impatient with them. All right, so that's pretty much what I'll do with my eyes, and I might put on, well, I will put on a little highlighter once we get there. So let's go ahead and start with foundation. This is gonna move so quick today. You guys are gonna love an easy look. I'm gonna go back to like an oldie but a goodie, and it's not that version, it's this version. This is like my favorite foundation for like EVs until, I don't ever say that, forever, until I started using some other like drugstore brands and high-ends, but I used this forever, and it was the Revlon Colorstay. I used the combination oily one. I think they have a dry version too. And so anyway, it is seriously one of my favorite foundations because it is a full coverage and it's 24-hour wear. But you can also make it about medium coverage and build it up just depending on your liking. So I'm almost out of it, which is why I'm putting it on like this. It looks ridiculous, but it'll work. So I just grabbed this the other day and was like, wow, I haven't used that in a while. I have obviously so many foundations that I forget what I have. I buy Irish Spring Amber. It's literally the cheapest soap out there, and it works really, really well. And then I'm sure you guys know this, but if you're going to clean your brushes, Dawn dish soap and olive oil, a 1-to-1 ratio is the best way to do that. And I tend to use a little less olive oil than a 1-to-1 ratio. I think sometimes the olive oil can get a little too much. Ah, bless you, babe. I just heard you sneeze. You said you liked the YouTube setup because you were able to see it on your TV. Okay, so how was the overall clarity of the video? It was difficult for me to see what was going on with you guys because I had like 2 screens and I had to keep bouncing back and forth. And that made it super difficult to kind of answer questions and all of that like I normally do on Facebook. So that would be, I do like the idea of seeing it on your TV though. That's really cool. I think too, the other thing was they have something called an encoder that you have to use. A lot of tech stuff that I'm learning, which is great. But anyway, the encoder that I had is kind of janky, even though it's one that YouTube has and they recommend. That was the #1 complaint for people, is that their screen goes black. So there's a couple of other ones, but until I experimented a little bit more, I wanted to go with something that I knew how to do, which is Facebook Live. So this just made sense. And I haven't done a live video. This would have been 3 weeks if I would have missed. And I just couldn't do that. I really love doing this whole contour and converse every week with you guys. And so I figured Facebook would be just the best alternative since I'm still having trouble with the YouTube platform. But we're learning. I just feel like my interaction is great. Did it ever get fuzzy, Amber? Whenever, like during the video at any point, if you recall anyway? Okay, you guys know the drill. I'm trying to make sure that I put foundation around my brows, but don't mess them up too much. Seems like you've done this before. All right, that looks good enough. Good enough, right? It's my motto. Just kidding, it's not my motto. Okay. So typically what I'll do here is, okay, well that's good to know. Hopefully we fix the issue. I'm interested to see how this video does when I hit the playback and upload it to YouTube, if there's any like fuzziness. We're crossing our fingers and toes that there isn't, because then I won't have to have them come out. We're gonna go ahead and do a little bit of contour. And I shall use my LA Girl Pro contour palette that I have. I don't know if there's, oh yeah, the shade is Natural for anyone who cares. So I've got some cool videos coming out or coming up for you guys. as I mentioned earlier on, based upon those questions that, the questions that I got from the Facebook post, hold please, I decided to go ahead and start making some videos because those are some of the common questions that I get, is the stuff that people are asking. So this week, you guys can expect a video, and it is called The Secret to Clear and Flawless Skin. And that's all I'm gonna say to you. You're gonna have to watch it to figure it out. So I'm super excited about that one because this is definitely one of the most common things that people are unaware of. And I feel like sharing it, as well as some of the products that help with clear and flawless skin, will be great for you guys. So stay tuned with that. That'll be out Friday normal time, of course. And then let's see, after that I have a video coming out about primers that I'm going to be talking about because I got a lot of questions on that. So anyway, other things that you guys would want to see, I would love to know. I really love doing these educational videos that also have like some technique to them too. Just because for me, those kind of things changed my whole like worldview on makeup. I had no clue about some of the stuff that I learned, and obviously I learned it all on YouTube. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bit of that bronzer that I put on my lids and just bronze up my face a little bit. Same brush that I'm using. So what's everybody doing for July 4th? This is my favorite holiday of the year. I love it. My favorite time of year is summer. This is our first summer down here in Florida, so it's kind of exciting to actually be on a beach for this holiday this year, and to have my sister-in-law here is going to be so much fun. She is literally one of my best friends, and so I'm stoked about that. So it's going to be a great time. We have so many fun things planned, and I can't wait. So they're going to need a vacation from their vacation when they go home. All right, so that's enough bronzer, I think. The only one I kind of want to use, if I can find it, I kind of rearranged my makeup desk last night, which was not a good idea. I mean, I didn't organize it. It really needs some help, but I was just cleaning like a mad woman, and it was really messy, and I don't remember where I put everything. Wow. Yep. Okay, well, if I find what I'm looking for, I'll add it, but right now I can't find it, so we just won't worry about that. Maybe I can use this one. No, it's not the same. Okay, moving on. Let's do a little bit of blush, and I'm going to use Pixie by Petra. I talked about Pixie just for like a second in my video this last week on Sephora and Ipsy, because I got an Ipsy, in my Ipsy bag, I got one of these Pixie products. And so their brushes are really cool, or blushes are really cool. This one is really just kind of like a neutrally color that I really like, and it is called Beach Rose, which I think is fitting for this time of year. So we'll use that, and I'm going to use one of my big, huge brushes that everyone has one of these in their makeup kit, and no one ever uses them. But I've been going back to it for blush because of just the way that it really puts it on there nicely. So we'll just get some on there, tap off the excess, and then just lightly dust. Hey, thanks you guys for joining in. Welcome to Contour and Converse. We're just doing like a gym look today because I have to go work out after this, and I don't want to go to the gym with like a whole lot of makeup on. So I just wanted to show you guys something that I typically do that would take probably about 10 minutes on an average day, minus the brows. If brows are hard for you, then welcome to my world, but they're not when I have my stencils, which I always seem to do before I get on here. I just like to put on a little something even when I go to the gym. Usually I don't wear a full coverage foundation though. I did do that today. Just so I don't look like death, as I mentioned earlier. Okay, so that's blush. And if you guys don't mind, y'all who are joining in, if you would hit the share button, I would greatly appreciate it so that we can invite other people to join in. Post your questions. What kind of questions that you need answered, skin issues, makeup questions, all that stuff, please feel free to ask. It's kind of the purpose of this. Not for me to just yammer on for an hour, but you know, I do have the gift of gab. Okay, let's do some highlighter on my eyes and my cheekbones, my nose, and I'm gonna go back to my trusty Milani Sun Glow. Amanda, if you are still on here, you remember you sent me something about highlighters? These are the two that I was talking about. So this is the one that I normally use because it's got that gold undertone, and this is the one that's more like pearlescent. Since you have more of a fair complexion, this would be good for you, and this one is called Afterglow. My sister-in-law is pale, and this looks amazing on her. So just a thought if you were still wondering about those, but I do use them both. But if you're fair complected, this might be too warm for the skin. Try something like this. So we'll use this one though for today. I would say that this one, whoops, this one definitely looks better than the pearly one too for me. I'm gonna use my tiny little brush that I've been using a lot lately for highlighter. I don't even know why I'm going back to some of these brushes that I haven't picked up in years, but I am. It's kind of the nature of it, I guess. We'll just dust the nose. I love a nose highlight. They're just, I don't know, it's cute. And then I will go ahead and dust highlighter on the bridge of my nose. If you've ever broken your nose or you don't like your bridge of your nose, I wouldn't recommend that. I would contour it versus highlight it. If you highlight stuff, remember highlighter is always going to bring out whatever's on your skin. So if you're trying to bring out a feature, it's good for that. But if you're trying to hide something, you definitely don't want to draw attention to it with a highlighter. The only thing that's tough about highlighter, and if some of you guys can relate to this, I had bigger pores, especially before microneedling. And highlighting your cheeks is like a really common thing in the makeup world, but because I had such bigger pores there, I felt like it really intensified those pores. And now, since I've been doing microneedling, my pores have shrunk so much that I don't notice that near as much anymore. It also, excuse me, brought out a lot of texture. So if you've ever had that, I would say try to find a highlighter that is a little bit less in your face and use something that isn't quite as like luminous or no, illuminating. How about that? Luminous. There we go. I almost said voluminous, and yeah, so many words. And then I'm going to highlight my forehead. Again, same thing. If you have a forehead that you don't like, don't highlight it. If you have places on it you want to, like I will totally just, I'll contour around here and then I'll highlight in the center, especially if I'm having like a more glamorous look or a sun-kissed look. Everything about my makeup lately has been all about that whole highlight and bronzer because it is summer and I love this time of year looking that way, like I just got into the sun, or out of the sun rather. Okay, I'm gonna add a few hairs to my brows. Let me state again, I don't do this every time I go to the gym either, but I guess this look is a little bit more glamorous than just a gym look, but anyway, it's something I would definitely do. We'll call it a grocery store look. How about that? I would totally wear this to the grocery store. Okay, I need to get my mirror where I can see it. Good old age setting in. All right, you guys, I'm totally going to brag on these again. I do it all the time. But if you have not bought yourself these instant brows that I did a video on a couple months ago, you want these. My sister-in-law just bought them and got to use them, and she texted me yesterday and said that her brows have never gone on easier or looked better. So I just want to throw that out there. I will never, ever use anything different. I just hate freehanding brows. They're a pain in the butt. And that I would say if you don't have easy brows to manage, and I don't. Cool. That's enough of that. And then I'm going to throw on my Control Freak by NYX just to kind of get the hairs pressed down onto the face so they're not going everywhere. And I do tend to pull mine up a little bit, especially since I create a little bit of brow hair on the front end. I like them to look just a little bit more full. when I do like a full face of makeup, I will sometimes have really, really big bushy brows. Okay, I did not put highlighter on my eyelids like I said I was, so let's go back to that. Oh, this brush that I talked about in my glam bag, this brush is awesome. I've used it so many times because I filmed that video last Saturday, literally got the products in the mail and was like, finally, I can go ahead and film. I'm not kidding you guys. Sephora took like 12 days to get my box here. It was so crazy. My Ipsy bag sat on my kitchen counter for 2 weeks before I opened it. It was ridiculous. So as soon as I got that in, I filmed it because my goal actually was to release it the week that I released my color correction video. I thought I was going to be releasing the whole Ipsy Sephora video, but it didn't happen because I didn't have the box in. So anyway. So I'm just going to lightly tap some of this on my lid. I'll look up and around because obviously it's going to go up past my normal crease since I have hooded eyes. And I will just let it. I love putting highlighter on my lids. It just, I don't know, it brings your eyes out so much. And if you're really looking for like a bronzy look, definitely bronzer and some kind of highlighter will make your eyes look amazing. I normally wouldn't do eyeliner, but I kind of feel like I want to. You know what? Let's do this. I got an idea. Let's use this gold kohl from Wet n Wild. It's called Pros and Bronze. Love this eyeliner. It's super cool. These eyeliners are amazeballs. They're like 90 cents at the drugstore. Well, like 99 cents I think at Walmart, and maybe they're a little more at CVS or Walgreens just because, you know, it's CVS or Walgreens. But I love these kohl liners from Wet n Wild. They're super cheap. And actually, if you are blonde and you don't have a good eyebrow pencil, go get one of these. There's a lighter color for girls who are blonde, and I mean, it does amazing for brows. I actually used it on a client that I did makeup for a bodybuilding show. Okay, so I'm just gonna throw a little bit on the edge here. What's cool, I don't know if you guys can see how quickly that goes on, because I've already worn down the end of it just from the placement. Let me get up in the camera a little more. So you really don't have to add a whole lot to get some color payoff. It's kind of cool. I'll probably smoke it out here in a second. Let me get it on this other eye, which is the right eye. You guys know I hate this eye. Ooh, also, I bought a new product this weekend, and one of the things I've been having trouble with here in Florida is that I can't curl my hair in the summer because the humidity is so high, which was probably the same for me in Missouri. There was rare occasions that I curled my hair in Missouri, but the humidity is so high here that it's impossible for it to stay. And I started looking around for products, and Amika has a humidity resistant spray that you can use freestyle, which you don't have to use on a wet head, which I'm really kind of interested in. So I bought that, and it's going to be in later this week. So I'm going to try to curl my hair later this week and see how it holds up. I need a tiny brush, a really tiny one. What am I looking for here? Where is it? There it is. Okay. So I'm just going to kind of like try to smoke that out a little bit with this pencil brush. I'm going to do something that you're not supposed to do and pull my lids kind of taut. Ooh, that's pretty. I love when I do something random and it works well, because there are plenty of times it doesn't. All right, so that's what that color looks like, kind of smudged out. Gives you a little something on your lids without using like a full-on black eyeliner. Okay, I'm going to curl my lashes with my broken lash curler here. Has anyone ever tried to use these, like heat it up with a blow dryer and then try it on your lashes? I've heard that works really well. I've never tried it. Oh no. That happens. Oops. So I picked up some of that liner apparently and decided to put it on the top of my lid. Oh well. I'm not too worried about it. Okay, so I'm gonna use, I think it's time for me to throw this away as much as I don't want to. It's done for, so bye. Let's try this, the Lash Alert Mascara by Eyeko. Eyeko has a lot of cool products that I've gotten through Ipsy, so let's see how their mascara is. Not a fan of that wand. We'll see. Ah, thank you. Okay, that helps. At least that lets me know that it is still getting a little choppy so that they can come out here and figure out what's going on. Thank you so much, Amber. I appreciate that. What's funny is obviously it looks clear on my end. I don't ever see it get choppy until I hit the playback. And then I'm like, what the crap? Yeah. Okay, this mascara isn't terrible. It's not my favorite. It goes on. I mean, it looks nice. It looks very natural, which is great, especially for a look like this. So, does anyone hate putting on mascara? I really do. I feel like these lashes that are like so close to the inner corner, I can never get them that well because they're so tiny and they're so close to my face that I end up typically getting mascara on the corner of my, the inside of my eye. If anyone has any tricks for that, love to hear it. Oh, girl. Yeah, I would definitely recommend getting a new one. So that is my biggest fear, is curling my lashes and cutting every one of them off because the cushion is not there. So I always look at that, even if it's for like a very brief second, to make sure. I've seen that happen to people before. And I mean, lashes are hard in general if they're small and they're not long, but I would hate to cut like a bunch of them off. So did they grow back fast? Okay, I'm going to set my face. Have I done everything? I feel like I have. Wow. I'm going to set my face. I don't think I'm going to put anything on that lower, the lower lashes today. We're just going to leave it blank. I do that a lot with these looks that are super simple and natural, just because for whatever reason, I think that the whole natural lash line looks really cool without a bunch of mascara. Okay. I need to highlight the inner corner of my eye. I did forget about that, so let me do that. I'm going to use that same highlighter that I've used everywhere else on the face. Wow, this song is old. Okay, and then I will highlight just right below the arch part of my brow. That's as far as I'm going to take it today. That's good, Amber. Oh man, I think cutting off probably the ones on the outside of your lashes would be the hardest, because that's where you get like your cat eye effect and all of that from those lashes that are way out on the outer corner. So I'm glad it was the inner corner. Hopefully it wasn't that noticeable either. You can always do false lashes, but I hate doing those too, if I'm being honest. I really hate false lashes. Okay, let's see here. And then for a lip color today, we're gonna just go super glossy with this Too Faced lip injection. First of all, I love this sting in this product. I know that sounds kind of weird. I did not use a lip scrub today either. It's sitting on my bathroom counter. Like, how do I forget to use that? It's sitting right there. Oh. All right. So 35 minutes sitting here chatting with you guys doing this look. It literally takes about 10 to 15 for something like this. But this would be like an everyday going to the grocery store, running errands for me, going to the gym. Other than normally I would use this BB cream because it's very light, or my Makeup Forever skin tint. I usually use those for gym looks. Look at the color difference in that. So this one is a little, this one is a little dark. So anyway, that's what I typically do because I don't like to have on a full face of stuff going to the gym. I mean, I've been known to do it, but I don't love to do that. So I'm going to spritz my face one more time because I didn't use any powder. Woo! And I think we're gonna call it good. So guys, thanks for joining me today. We will be back to regularly scheduled programming next Wednesday, of course, for Converse. I'm gonna really try to keep the time frame the same, 1 o'clock Eastern on Wednesdays. So let's plan on being here on Facebook, not on YouTube. I'll keep you guys posted on my pages as well. And then of course, I hope everybody has a fantastic and safe July 4th, celebrating another year of independence here in America. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. And I will see you guys on Friday for my upload. And of course, I'll see you guys live again next week. Happy 4th of July, #Reform Tomboy Family, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.